I finally got my hands on the Sony Walkman that I've been wanting for a few months now. But I'm gonna be honest, I really did not know much about MP3 players and how to put music on it. I knew that there was like a way to do it, and so I figured it out and I decided to make a video to help anyone who might not know how to do it, because I did not find that much great information besides like on TikTok, and there's a lot of varying opinions on TikTok. So I just gathered some of the simplest ways, and hopefully this helps someone, because I wish I had a video to help me through it. I've been able to condense it in like 8-ish steps on how to get music for free. Step 1, have a Walkman. This is called a Sony Walkman. All right, so just have an MP3 player. I think it seems to work across the board, but if you want some extra specifications, mine, you can like attach, like connect it to your computer and like download music directly onto it. And this particular one has 16 gigabytes it can just hold on its own. But mine also has an micro SD insert you can put in, and it can hold up to 1 terabyte. So I'm doing this SD card version. I probably assume it's the same way connecting your thing to it, but this is an older model, so I don't even know how to get something that attaches to this and like put it to my computer. Now you're gonna want to make 2 playlists, okay, on whatever music format you use. I use Spotify. One of them, you're gonna put basically all the songs that you want on your MP3 player. Obviously, transferring all your music from an app to an MP3 player takes a lot of time, and I am not the one to just do it all in one day. It would take me hours. I don't even know how many songs I want on there, so I feel like I'm gonna do music in stages, and over the course of however long I start putting music in there, I'm gonna forget what songs are on there. So the first playlist is basically a list of all your songs that you're going to add to your MP3 player. The second one, later on, you're gonna put the music from your first playlist into that second playlist of songs that are in your MP3 player. So then if ever you're never sure if like a song actually is in your MP3 player, you could check on that second playlist and make sure you actually have that song. So that's why I said to do like a second playlist, because it just helps with organization. In the future, it might be really helpful, but you do not have to do that. But have a playlist with all the songs you want. That takes us to the third step. You're gonna fill that playlist with all the songs you can first think of that you want on your MP3 player. The easiest way I was able to figure out is by albums. I just picked albums that I really liked, that I liked a majority of the album. And from that album, I picked, okay, well, like what artist to say? Submarine by the Marias, right? I'll go to Submarine, I'll download the whole album or put as much of the songs from that album into my first playlist. And then since I'm already on the Marias, I start going through, say they have a second album that I like or some other songs that are not in that album, I'll put that. So I kind of organized it by artist on my playlist. You don't have to do that, especially with Spotify, because on Spotify you could just search up the name of the artist and boom, it pops up. But I just liked having it more organized like that, so you do not have to do that. But that's how I organized all of the artists in my playlist. The fourth step is the most important one. You want to make a YouTube playlist. What's the purpose of the first playlist, then the Spotify playlist? I can look back at this list of songs that I want and help me on YouTube and being able to keep track of it. The reason why the YouTube playlist is really important is because it really matters what songs you're gonna put in that playlist. Why? You can theoretically post the link for, say you make a playlist on Spotify, you can like copy that link of the playlist and put it into the YouTube thing. It works, I've tried it, but YouTube will just look for the first link of that song that you put in on YouTube. And the possible issues with that is a lot of artists have music videos. So although some music videos are very much just a song, it's a brand new thing to now have like intros to your music videos, moments in the middle where it like stops because there's something happening. And also there's a lot of re-uploads on YouTube, and some of these re-uploads, they're totally fine, but the cover of them is not really my style. If you care about aesthetics at all.
Hello. So I made no sense in the following clip, so I'm going to refilm this. Basically, the video you pick to be in your playlist is important because that thumbnail that the video has, depending on your MP3 player and how old it is, will be like on the screen when it plays, right? Because there's like a picture typically of the song. So you can either have like the album cover that you like with it, or you could have like one of these as like the cover that shows when that song is playing. And I care about that. So if you do as well, choose wisely.
Some artists just do not post on YouTube the audio only of the song with the album cover that comes with the song, like on Spotify, right? Or like Apple Music. They just don't. Like Taste by Sabrina Carpenter, I could not find that song audio only and with her as like her album cover. I only ran into this problem a few times with a certain few artists. You're gonna download the app that's gonna help transfer all of these YouTube songs you want. You're gonna also want a micro SD card. Depending on your computer, you're gonna need something to read this, okay? Typically when you buy these, they come with this, and it holds it, and then you could put this in normally with what I have. I don't know what this is called. I call it like a dongle, even though I don't know if it actually is a dongle, but that's what I call it. The SD card also matters. I did research, and the best one to get was the SanDisk Extreme. It has like really quick loading times apparently. Okay, 7, the big download. Now that we have our album saved in our YouTube playlist with our music ready, these are some settings I used so that the quality of the music sounded the absolute best. Again, I don't really know too much about music files and audio files, so I just searched up like what metrics that Spotify uses, because I'm so used to Spotify, I'm used to like their music quality, and I like it. In the app, you can choose a specific folder you want all like the music to download into, and so I made one. I just made a folder in the SD card, the micro one, when I plugged it into my computer. Just click that folder as my main folder that I wanted the app to download the music into. Copy the link of the playlist you made on YouTube, you paste it into the app, and it'll like download all of them, but they're not downloaded yet into the folder or anything. They're just like being put into the system, and they're just reading it. There's another button that you can click, and it will put all the files into the folder that we set it up to be in. If you would take out your SD card and you put it in and it's not reading it, what it could be. I ran into this issue, and again, my Walkman is not seemingly very popular or Walkman people talk about a lot. So what I realized is this micro SD card, I had to actually insert it into my MP3 player, and my MP3 player itself read it and put on certain files, like a music file in there. Empty folder, basically an empty folder in there. Because once I put it back to my computer to see what was up, I saw a brand new folder called music. And so it just didn't want to read my Spotify, like the folder that I did earlier. It didn't want to read that one. It wanted me to put the music from that Spotify folder into the music folder that they had.
My camera died. So what I do is I just open it up. I'm sure every MP3 player is a little different. Yeah, and then I take her in and put her in. Boom. Okay, creating database. Perfect. So then we scroll down, and there you go. She works. She works perfect. She works amazing. Oh, I just learned something new. If you move it here, you can see the queue. I'm also new to my Sony. Oh, okay, but what happens here? Ooh, so much more to learn. But yeah, there she is. Hey, Timothy Chalamet. Let me try to see if I could find an example of what I was talking about with the here, like Bedchem by Sabrina Carpenter. You can't really see. I wish you could see it better. But this is what I was able to get. This is Vivo. It's fine. Most of them are all normal, but there. Kanye West. See, oh, okay, then yeah, and I have an unreleased song. So that's why I'm saying, I do really like that I could download music from YouTube. There's so many, unreleased songs. There's so many different versions of a song that you might like. For example, there's just, one, Yeat song called Flawless. I hate the intro. It's 40 seconds freaking long, and it's some guy talking. I don't want to listen to that when I'm listening to music. I was able to find a version of it with no intro. Amazing. I can find unreleased music. I can actually listen to artists that I wasn't listening to because I just didn't want to really support them. Great example, Kanye West. Now I have his stuff. No money's going to him just because I'm listening to his music. So many remixes. I have High Fashion with track 10. it's amazing on here. So I love it down. I think everyone should get an MP3 player. Stop supporting Spotify at some point because they're pro ice. And this is just one step closer to doing that. And so it's just so nice. It's just amazing. And you can customize it and make it super fun. And yeah, this was the best thing I could have asked for. I had so much fun. Really easy, really simple. Thank you for watching. I would love to give an in-depth tour of my Sony Walkman when I learn more about it. I have to keep just using it. I love it. Have fun if you guys have an MP3 player, or get one if you want. Anyway, thank you for watching, and I'll see you later. Bye!